In this video, I'll introduce you to XamRibbon, the ribbon component in NetAdvantage for WPF line of business. So let's make a simple example with a window which contains the ribbon control. So what I'll do is have a simple project here. I'll create a window and I'll put a ribbon there using the toolbox snap-in. So basically this is just like working with any other UI component. You just drag it from the toolbox into the visible area of your window and it'll get inserted there, and we can start immediately in the designer to customize the appearance and contents of this control using the smart tag here. So let's set a few settings here. Let's say we'd like to have a ribbon in Office 2010 blue theme. That's applied immediately. And now from here we can directly start to add tabs. I'll add a couple and then I'll start adding items to the tabs themselves. So once you click on a tab, you see there's a smart tag you can directly interact with, and you can add ribbon groups to that specific tab. So what I'll do is I'll add a couple of groups here, and now I'm going into each of these groups, adding tools. So what I'll do here is I'll just add a couple of button tools, and we'll customize those. But as you can see, we have support for the full spectrum of tools you can see in the Microsoft ribbon control as used in its Office product. So we do support masked editors, text editors, combos, toggle buttons, radio buttons, and so on. So what I'll do here is I'll just customize a couple of these buttons here. And here I'm actually selecting images to be shown, and I'll also delete this caption here. Double clicking on this button, I'm ready to provide a handler to the click event, and this allows me to fully cover more or less an interaction from the user side. So we just declared two tabs, we declared button groups, we added different tools in them that your users can use to interact and also customize the appearance of the ribbon, and we're good to go. So what we're going to do now is we will dive into a little more elaborate sample. So what I'll do here is I'll paste this code from a different sample, and we'll see a ribbon that's already set up. To do that, I'll go into the XAML view here, and I'll see all the code which we've generated so far using the designer, and I'll remove that, and instead I'll insert the code which I've prepared earlier. So what this gives me is a window with a ribbon control with a few tabs set up with some groups and some tools inside. We also have an application menu and also quick access toolbar. We also have a gallery set up here. So this pretty much illustrates the capabilities of the XamRibbon and the fact that it fully supports the standard Office 2010 ribbon interaction. So let's take a look at the code behind them and see how all these have been implemented. So let's start with the tabs first. We basically have a collection of tabs, and each tab has a header and can contain a number of different ribbon groups. Each ribbon group can contain a tooltip. This is something that provides a visual cue to your user as to how they can use a particular group. As in, when I hover over the clipboard area, as illustrated here, I see a tooltip displayed. This is exactly this code that controls this tooltip logic. So what I've basically done is I've just added a tooltip to this ribbon group. Then within the group itself, I've specified that I'll be using horizontal wrap panel to display the different button tools. So you can see how the different button tools are declared, their captions and images set, and also button groups containing button tools, and so on. Something else to look at is how the application menu is declared. So in the application menu, you just specify the image to be used for the application icon itself, the header of the application menu, and also the different button tools that basically comprise it. So these are just regular button tools, the same button tools you would use in the ribbon itself. You would use them in the application menu as well, and they have captions, images, click events, and so on. So it's basically interacting with the same button tool type of object that you will be using in constructing the ribbon content itself. We also do have the recent items collection. This allows you to specify button tools containing recently opened documents. We also support footer toolbars, and of course the quick access toolbar. So the quick access toolbar is basically just an area where you insert shortcuts to tools you see elsewhere in your you've declared elsewhere in your ribbon. So basically what I've done here is I have 4 items in the quick access toolbar, these being the undo, redo, cut, and copy. So basically these are just shortcuts to tools we've declared elsewhere in the ribbon. And the shortcut path is basically specified by the target ID item. So basically the value under tool tells the ribbon to invoke, basically to simulate a click on the under tool button tool, which is found further down in the ribbon declaration. So let's just run the sample again. And this is basically a large amount of the standard functionality of the Microsoft Ribbon UI. And as you can see, using the Infragistics XamRibbon, we've implemented tooltips, we've implemented button groups, toggle buttons, radio buttons, combo boxes, gallery items, quick access toolbars, application menus. So this basically gives you the ability to construct a fully Office 2010 compliant ribbon experience using NetAdvantage for WPF line of business XamRibbon.
Infragistics. On the web at infragistics.com.